Hello, and welcome to Healing with Alita. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And please enjoy today's message.
Hello, and once again, thank you for joining me today. There are times in our lives when we become afraid, perhaps extremely afraid and/or even borderline terrified. We know, as we have previously discussed, that God did not give us a spirit of fear. However, there are times in life when we receive news or experience great uncertainty, perhaps in our immediate or even distant future. Perhaps catastrophic diagnosis, the state of the world today, the state of the country today. Not long ago, I was in air flight with one of my daughters. We began to experience extreme and significant turbulence. The temperature in the plane began to decrease, and I thought it would be a great idea to then fasten my seatbelt safely around me to secure me. I put my feet on the floor to steady myself and put a blanket around me to keep me warm as the temperature had decreased in the plane. I closed my eyes, and at that time the Lord began to speak to me. He told me to take notice of the adjustments that I had just made when the onset of turbulence began. He began to use the physical to explain what happens in our lives when we encounter spiritual turbulence. When we hit physical turbulence in the skies, it appears that we will lie and place trust in the pilot as he navigates the skies. We rely on his training and his skill to ensure that the plane lands safely. But how much more profound is our omnipotent God? As times continue to change in America and around the world, we have to trust in God during spiritual turbulence. We have to hold on tight to Him and trusting in Him only. The analogy that was given to me by the Father was to fasten our seat belts of faith, plant our feet firmly in peace, and cover ourselves with the blankets of His righteousness. Hold on tight to Him and anchor our hearts in God's love. As the pilot on the plane navigated the skies, God reminded me to allow Him to navigate our lives, allowing Him to be in control. Just as we sat airborne with the pilot in control, are we willing to allow God to navigate our lives, relinquishing all control to Him? If we do, then we will be safe, and He will land us safely every time. Every time. May the peace that surpasses all understanding guard your hearts and minds. Until next time, Shalom.